thoughts to you. And please feel free to drop in chat if any of these thoughts crossed your mind. So sometimes people might think, I've achieved a lot, so why does it still feel empty? It still feels empty. So usually it's about us not having a purpose, but being a great achiever, great doer. And if you're a high achiever, you will know the feeling, right? Then it can be, I want to feel more like myself in how I work and live. Usually behind this thought is not enough authenticity, or not enough connection with yourself, or being comfortable with being yourself, because you've already created some image that you feel comfortable with, although it's not who you are. The next one can be, I don't think that people around me see my potential, talents, and my strengths. And this is a big one. And this is what I see a lot in people who I work with or just have conversations with sometimes. And it's also about people hiding their strengths or not putting themselves out there enough. And usually when I ask why, sometimes people can say, oh, I don't want to brag, right? And so you already have these negative ideas around actually showing your potential and showing your talents and utilizing them. But there are other ways to do that. Or it can be just knowing I'm capable of more, I just haven't fully stepped into it yet. And in this instance, people just have lack of clarity. Although they know they can do more, they're capable of more. Lack of clarity and lack of opportunity, and also not knowing how to get that opportunity. Another one could be, I want to speak up more, set better boundaries, and stop shrinking myself. This also shows that there is lack of authenticity, or our previous habits, our previous values are not working for us anymore. Another one, I'm craving more ease, flow, and purpose, not just more productivity. In this instance, if you're having such thought, it means, okay, I'm just accepting more people. Apologies for that. So in this instance, when you have such a thought, again, it means you are not allowing yourself to be your authentic self, or you are not comfortable with your true self yet. And another one, I have talents I'm not using and I don't want to keep them buried. Same. You might be just on the wrong path, and you're in the environment where you cannot implement those talents. And the last one, or the most popular ones, of course, because there can be many more, I'm craving work that excites me, not just work that pays bills. And a big issue here could be also a person lacking purpose, or not seeing the purpose in their company's work or in their team's work. If you could drop in chat numbers of the thoughts that are familiar to you, that you've ever had during your journey, that would be amazing. I can share the ones that I had in my previous, Caroline, thanks for sharing almost all of them. Okay, yeah, at some point, looks like we've all had, thank you, Yana, yeah. At some point we've had some of them, all of them, or a combination. And for me, my most popular ones, I either sometimes have, I know I'm capable of more, just haven't fully stepped into it yet. I had this at the very beginning of my career when I had no clarity at all. Then when I started having more clarity and started moving very quickly, and probably you, if you're a high achiever, you know this happens. You know you have talents, you know you have those skills and strengths, but you are not using them because the environment doesn't allow you, although you can try, you can push. And sometimes it's about just changing the environment because you've outgrown it, right? So this is one of those two, one of my all-timers. Hannah, yeah, thanks for sharing them. Thank you everyone for sharing, right? So it shows that we're all humans, right? And these thoughts, they actually mean that you are ready for growth. Okay. they actually mean that you are ready for growth. It's not a sign of failure. And sometimes people, what I heard people telling me, just a quick note, is there is something wrong with me. I want to get rid of these thoughts. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not my workplace, or maybe I want too much, and so on. So people, a very common pattern that I see is people start doubting themselves, not trying to become more curious and understand. So why am I having these thoughts? So what's behind them? What am I drawn towards, right? We just try to fix this. And usually there's lack of clarity, and one of these three issues is either hidden potential. You know the exact potential you have, but and talents and strengths, but looks like people around you just don't see it. It can be authenticity gap, like you want to feel more like yourself and how you work and how you live, and you notice that you're constantly restricting and limiting yourself. And this authenticity, to be honest with you, this is something that we all struggle on a different scale, because there are places where we can be more our authentic selves and where less, but this can be developed. You can expand your zone of authenticity in different areas of your life by just leaning more into who you are and checking it with the real environment and seeing that, oh, it's okay to be myself. I don't necessarily have to stick to this image that I built and I think everyone likes. Another reason behind this authenticity gap is when something unpleasant happens, when someone is rejected, or there is some criticism. If it's towards that constructed image, it's not as personal as if it was towards your true self. And another one is unrealized capability. In this instance, a person might not know the exact talents and strengths, but they know that they're capable of more, they want to learn, they want to grow, but they don't know how. They haven't just stepped into it yet, they haven't started taking any steps towards it. So usually those are the top three blockers, and uncovering them can help you move further. I will now share with you two avatars of how these things, of people, and how these things can show up in their career. And I would like to ask you to pay attention and guess, based on those avatar descriptions, which struggle, or a combination of struggle, I will give you a hint here, there will be a combination of struggles, this person is going through. So here is Sarah, the silent achiever. And this is her profile, right? Senior marketing director, has built an impressive career, looks very successful on the outside. But her daily reality is that she has this impressive CV, but wondering why she still feels like an imposter despite her achievements. And she's holding herself back a lot because she's fearing rejection and fearing ruining this image of hers, right? And at this point, she's just afraid to rock the boat, but she's also not growing. So which of these two struggles do you think she is facing at the moment? If you could drop in chat or unmute yourselves. Any ideas what Sarah is struggling with? Or you can, hidden potential, yes. Authenticity gap, exactly. Thank you, Rafaela, thank you, Hannah. It's both hidden potential and authenticity gap. She knows she has potential because she has those ideas, but she's afraid to be fully herself. And then we have James, the productive prisoner. And his situation is he's a financial analyst who rapidly climbed the ladder. He's known for his work ethic and analytical prowess, but he feels disconnected from any sense of purpose, right? He wakes up dreading another day, and he knows that his colleagues see him as successful, but he feels like he's just going through the motions. Yes, I mean, the replay will be provided, 48 hours replay. Yeah. So when we think back to the three struggles what struggles do you think James is going through? Let me even scroll back. Hidden potential, authenticity gap, or unrealized capability. You can even unmute yourselves, or you can type in chat. All of them in different flavors. Same as Sarah, 3. Kind of similar to Sarah, right? Authenticity gap, yes. But Sarah has those ideas. She knows her potential. She's afraid to realize it. While for him, he's just disconnected. He knows he can do more, but he's just, yeah, it's unrealized capability. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. So if you could put in chat one, if you've met such people in your life, like Sarah or James, or maybe you experienced it yourself. I've been there, definitely. If you could put one in chat. Thanks, Hannah. Anyone else met such people or been in that place? Or is only me and Hannah lucky? Anyone else? Okay. Sorry, James. I love your humor, Ryan. Okay, thanks, Caroline, for sharing. Sadly, but at the same time, it means that from today's session, you can take away things that will enlighten you or give you some ideas. I meant James. Okay, yeah, nice. All right. And so once those issues are fixed or addressed, or at least there is movement towards addressing them, this is how these people's lives changed. And those avatars are examples of people that I worked with, or how I went through similar situations, right? So, and this is a very common case. Once you decide to stop holding back, and once you decide stepping into your power, you notice, oh, it's not that scary anymore. And I've had a client who was okay sharing ideas with peers and with the team, but when he had to meet with senior leadership, he was just lost. He couldn't utter a word, not speaking about ideas. But then when he decided to, actually the shift that helped him is, so he shared these ideas with me, and I said, okay, so if these ideas that you are sharing, they could help the company, and you not sharing those ideas is not helping the company, not only yourself. So this was the instant shift for him, because he thought, okay, I get it, and it's not about me and me being rejected, or me or someone thinking that my ideas are ridiculous. But what if they like this idea and take it on board? This can change a lot for my team and for the company. And so he went and dreaded into that meeting, but when he tried it and saw that people liked his ideas and took them on board, he understood that those fears that have been holding him back all the time were not real. And pretty much he felt similar ways Sarah did. And for James, for him, the journey was a bit longer. And I also worked with a lot of instances like this, when people understand that, okay, probably their loss of meaning and purpose is because they are just in the wrong place, or it used to be the right place but not anymore because they've outgrown it. And James, for example, he transitioned to the sustainability department and leveraged his analytical skills there. So he took the skills from the previous role into the new role, where he has more purpose. And that's possible for any of you.